Hello and welcome to Bug Free Productions. New year, new place, same bug, same problems. So, recently I've moved, so that's fun. Also recently I'll be starting master's program soon here, so that's exciting. And we'll see how that affects the stream so far. So this is the first one back in a while. Mostly just to test my equipment, test my setup. Show everyone, unfortunately, that I don't remember how to set up the stream. That was fun. Hence the bad title. She'd probably only know if you streamed in early. So, I'm probably just gonna talk about something else. I sketched this character that I'm thinking about using in just a small letter-sized poster setup, because I just think it would be funny to do some text on it. So, do a little comic-y type play around with it. And as always, if you're interested, if you're watching this after the fact, you can watch live on twitch.tv at jib@bfp, or you can watch the YouTube later if you missed the streams on youtube.com/bugfreeproductions. With that, I think I'm gonna switch on to the next screen. Should all work, hopefully. And we'll see if it does. I'll wait for that to update to make sure it works. There we go. Okay, so everything should be working pretty well. At least as far as my tools are telling me. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this little witch character. So this is actually one I'm thinking of including in one of the Pathfinder campaigns. And I just thought this was kind of based off like a character I was designing for a comics thing, but me. Okay, there we go. I have my tools. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a new pixel layer. And basically, so the idea for this character is they really like magic and they like learning magic, but their hat makes it irritating because the hat is supposed to be like the professor. Drop staples. Hat's supposed to be the professor. Um, uh, so the idea was kind of like irritating librarian hat. So we're gonna go continue with that. Try and do some right like text maybe. Both above like the hat and then below with the character. Um, Notice it doesn't really have an outfit yet. It's just kind of a pose right now. It's not anything yet. Well, fix that on the way. Okay, yep, clean line sketch. Look, clean line sketch, but that's looks okay. Um, we can either I can zoom in. That's the best option. Okay. So let's actually take a step back and go ahead. And we'll do some hat work. Oh, there's hat work. More like that. Anyway, loose sketches. Because I just want to. So doing the big circle eyes, right? We're doing like the old glasses style. That's kind of the idea. And just make sure it reads its glasses. And maybe put in slippers here. That looks like a terrible one. Yeah. So I don't need to do much with the hat. The heck? Come on. Oh, because that was a whole bunch of lines, so I see. Okay. But essentially I need the clothes. So what could we, so let's just make a model quick, right? Doesn't really have to be all that accurate. Yeah, something like that. Just throw some lines down, something somewhere. So, go to female. I usually do like I can kind of draw, I swear. So something like that. So that was and then we'll say the length campaign or something. But so it could do a basic skirt, some like leggings type thing. Actually, the easiest thing to do might. We'll go with this. It's fine. Got these and this, and we have that. So that's looking. That'll look okay. So go down, back up. So we could do a simple skirt for this character. Like some leggings. Tightening. It's fine though. This is just like brainstorming. So, this is nice. Okay. So skirt, simple leggings. Um, we wanted a neckline or anything with that. Was it like, yeah, like probably if we were just drawing collarbone. Um, so going back to concept, what is this person supposed to be? So it's kind of supposed to be like that merchant. I think I could do this in the stream or not, but merchant, um, wizard kind of thing. If I'm taking that sort of approach with her, the tutor hat makes sense. Um, hmm. What would be interesting? Let's pull that open and go. Uh, basically, I'm just looking up some fashions real quick, thinking about it. Um, might be kind of fun. So she's kind of a merchant. So maybe if we like half follow this idea of, so again, oh, again with the circle, lower circle, scoop, scoop, and then we have something like that. Actually, let's just do it like that. Something. Attempt this. Okay, let me see if I can do it or not. Or it might be different. There we go. Oops. Circles, circles. Okay, and then comes up, comes up, folds in, goes out. Something like that. That's will just help me make her a little bit more humanoid shaped. Stick, especially towards the middle. This kind of way I'm trying to apply, I learned by watching some of the draw classes from Drawfee. They're pretty good if you're looking to learn how to draw at the beginning level. I don't really go over techniques so much, but my stuff's probably more. No. Just trying to make a comic for Heather. There's the legs. Probably want like I'm thinking like a short skirt would be kind of fun, and they'll wear like tight fitting pants probably. It's not super inspired, I know. Um, do like a pretty conservative neckline. This is a magical student, not a yeah. Then we have some of this out. Maybe we erase some of this out. Just maybe we keep that line in there. Actually, part of it. So there's less line in there, and we're gonna keep brush. So is there any patterning or anything that we want on this? We should probably decide that pretty soon here. Shirt in place. Which I was also thinking either like a 3/4 sleeve, which I can't really depict here. Or short sleeves with big bells. Ouch. So what I can do is I can control, what is it, if I go here, Control C, oops, come on, there, layer, Control D, then turn that lower layer off. Now I can play with this. I forgot it creates new layer by paste by default, so didn't need to create that extra. But essentially now I can work in here a little more freely. So what would I do in here? So we're gonna brush up some new stuff. So if we're doing 3/4, I kind of like the idea of your jacket being. I guess if she's in a jacket, what is she? So maybe we'll just use the 3/4 sleeves and pull a little bit more directly from the. Decisions. Okay. No, I think we keep the skirt, do the lines, and point that in. Then we got like that. Smaller together. I'm just gonna kind of. I don't like that. Why is that look so bad? Anyway. So anyway, the tights should still come out to like here. Something like that. There. And these aren't legs, they're just tights, so I'm not gonna go into effort for sculpting them. So if we're thinking 3/4 sleeves, let's do that, and then the real thing is just, does it make any sense to do the skirt with the coat? Which, if I drew the sales wizard on this one, he was more like a vest type thing, so maybe we turn hers into like kind of a baggier coat, which would be kind of cool. Let's get this back to the other thing so I can tell if my equipment crashes or not. Yeah, no equipment crash. Cool. So I might even... Come on, there we go. Even get rid of that. Do some sketching over top of this. So if we... So I probably want that high collar coat. So... Because what's the point of a coat without a collar? I'm thinking like we bring this down to waist or knee, probably. So it functions kind of like a skirt, even though it is just a coat. Big coat. Probably misfitting. The idea for this character is that they're off studying on their own, not fully by choice, being that they're well, there's a lot of lore stuff for this, but essentially I want that wandering mage like the character that I did originally. I won't go too deep into what I'm going to use this character in for story-wise, just in case somebody from my D&D group, Pathfinder group watches this. But yeah, I'm thinking of it kind of like I'm designing. Yeah, so I'm designing more of a child character than the other one was. The other one was a full-grown adult. This one's perfect child, so I want to keep that in consideration. Maybe make something bulkier because children are stuff like that. I mean, I still want somewhat fitting because they wouldn't wear clothes that don't fit. But so that's looking a little better. So then belt probably. Probably want a belt. Maybe only show part of the buckle, like such a big buckle it goes under the coat. That's not bad. Yeah. If you watch many of these art streams, you'll notice that I'm not a clean lines person. I'm not very good at some of the other stuff except for sketching. Sketches look pretty nice. Sometimes. Depends on the day. But I'm kind of liking the way this is working. Oh, that line and maybe erase a little bit of the shoulder. Spent too much time in Colorado. Just no longer a joke about it being illegal everywhere else. It's a joke about the smoke accumulating higher in the mountains. Sometimes that happens. Or at least people claimed it did. So if we're looking about this is pretty. Okay, so the coat, this is still pretty basic. It's not very, not very big of a deal. So I might even try to just resketch this all together. Uh, do it smaller, do it like that. Actually, maybe that works better for me. Yeah, it does a little bit. It still kind of looks like crap. Just make it like that. And put them out. Yeah, could have been up a little more. That. So we're getting some of that a little bit more. And this might be a point where I do kind of break it up on layers a little bit more because I'm not liking how frickin' packed I'm getting in here. So we're probably gonna new layer, and what do we want? We want this layer at view half. All right, that's just so I kind of. It's a little less black on screen. As well, that's great for cinema watchers. Not hard to draw a line if the screen's that color. So, something like that. Yeah. So we just keep doing some of this stuff. So the actual programming will probably resume soonish. As soon as I get through the first week, maybe two, and figure out what my timing is, because probably on site for most, what is it, like 4 days? For definitely 4 days, and then I want to get see if I have to be there Friday or not. Is what I want to see, because it's like 2 hours to drive in there for. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we'll just see how that goes. So that will pick up again with 4.1 when that continues. 4.1 of the JSON videos because 4 got lost. I just totally forgot about it for the holiday weekend. So that recording's gone. 4.1 we'll just talk about what happened in it, and then we'll continue on our way. So this I'm thinking kind of doing like so if this comes in off, I want to cover out towards and just make it a little less form-fitting, so it kind of like comes over the shoulders, and then it could just kind of drop down. You can still kind of see the shape underneath, but not as much. Just kind of what I want. I don't want here. Yeah, so then maybe we just make this gonna be the outer side of the collar. Pull it down in like a less tight fitting way. And then we do a little. So if it, yeah. So we come there, and then I think I should probably connect this, figure out in what manner that works. Then we can come in, trench collar. I don't really want it that high. That seems a bit high. Want it to be a little lower in the front. Something like that. So this is getting a little closer to the outfit I was thinking about. And then maybe we even just put um, full coat sleeves, and it's just even less fitted. So maybe we bring it down like that. And she just has really big cuffs on the end of the coat. Kind of adding to that both mage and vendor type quality, because it's more functional wear, but it's very like bulky and hides kind of what's going on. So maybe that'll work in our favor a little bit. Yeah, so we're getting there. We'll get more there as it goes. Um, there's a lot of there yet to go. So the best thing when you're working is just not to stop on a subject for too long. At least for me, it's kind of why I end up being really good at sketching and not much else. I like to not try to as many as a lot of other people do, but I like to try a couple ways. I just kind of half figure out what's going on and then decide if I like it or not. My head doesn't quite hold as many thoughts as it used to. But it still holds a good enough amount to get the chops. So where are we at so far? Looking. So anyway, we got this coat. We got this. I was thinking tights. Now we can kind of look at it and say, um, yeah, there probably isn't, or it probably won't be tights in this case. Um, let's do. So, what kind of shoes would they have? Would they have really girly shoes? Would they have like boots? They have like boots that their stuff is tucked into. And this is a thing I've just started doing. for drawing shoes and boots and stuff. Which is you come out, do your toe peak, you do down line to it, you do foot line, base foot, come back neck. It's chunky, but it doesn't look bad. Better than the first shoes I drew. Sometimes chunky shapes are cool, but other times you want to round them off a little bit. My really dumb approach to that is to literally just round over your sharp corners, and eventually you'll get round shapes. That's my approach, but you know, if you can actually just draw round shapes, awesome. But round shapes I'm not very good at. Sharp shapes, even with curved lines. Sharp shape with curved lines. And we're talking. Sharp shape without curved lines, so I don't know, man. So this would be a belt. Let's make that really weird. So that buckle just entirely almost under coat. Or what we could do is we could bring it over. Then it has to. Then we'd have to fit it though. Although it wouldn't be too hard. So say right about here we wanted to cinch, kinda. Ooh, character. So we're not gonna fit it at all. We're just gonna. I'm gonna decide. I run that to the edge of where the character should be. I finish the belt. I'm just gonna tuck that right in there. Make it look like it wasn't supposed to be pulled that tight. Kind of like it's bending there a little bit. So we can see that kind of go. You can see a coat kind of taken. I like in the boot point of view, maybe. Anyway. So, how would that look? It would probably look, so I like to do something like that. Do something quick like that. Actually here I would walk all the way down. I would just do some quick hatch. This is kind of still just in the design phase. I'm not like doing a super render amazing paint job. I'm doing a quick character clothing design. Let's turn this under drawing off and see where we're at. I mean, that looks like it could be something, right? Let's make sure it reads the belt. Let's do right over here. I'm just making a lot of lines. I'm not doing like anything really interesting. That's just making a belt buckle. My cheap shortcut for a belt buckle. Shit mostly reads, so it's all good. So this is the basics of it, and then her hat. So nothing too complicated compared to like the lizard character who had like cloth pants and cargo pants, and some zippers, packet the zippers, all those zippers, even a hat with a zipper. So a little bit more of a simplified design, especially compared to is the girl that. Where is that initial character? There, yep. And the idea was circle crosses, granny. But those look kind of like granny classes a little bit. So let's try before we do our final attempts. Let's just get some. There's nothing on this pixel layer, so let's pull that up there. Huh. And we'll do some quick glasses drawing. It's been a while since I drew glasses. So those are definitely not the shape I want to use. That's more like an aviator shape. I was thinking, I think more like this. Something like that. The reason I didn't do that in the concept sketch, like the very first one, is strength. Um, it's partly just because I was kind of having trouble drawing that night and getting them in the right spot. So let's see if we can simplify them. Not really. That just makes him look angry. Because the idea is I start with what I'm gonna use shorthand for eyes for. That's about what my eye shape is, and then that might be something. Should we try that on a hat? Get rid of all these lines I drew. Whoop. So, let's start with a hat. Let's say this is the base. That's the hat. We might even play around with that a little bit. So, something like that. What's this? Says nothing. Okay. phones, man. Weirdos. I swear the phones beep at you like a child or a puppy. Just always beeping. Always. Something like that. And then we actually, yep, I like that a lot better. That is gonna be way cooler than stupid circles. So let's go back to my copied sketch. Pull that up and let's erase that off. Maybe. There we go. What brush am I using right now? It's gonna be the round felt now. Oh, I think yeah, I was expecting to set my brush, not my eraser brush. I can't control Z that. So I'm just stuck with this setting until I need to change it. Oh well. Actually, it shouldn't be a line down. It should be a line like that. Because they're looking up into the world. Looking up into the beautiful world, not down from above. They're magicians. They don't have to look where they're or see where they're looking. They don't have to see where they're looking. They can look where they're seeing. Just sticking that black line up for no reason. Kidding. Frame reason. Time and can't make the rhyme. Something like that. Let me do it. Here, that's much more know-it-all than circle glasses. It's even a little more diva. Not. Of course, this will turn out slightly different in the final ink of it too, so I don't need to be real upset about it yet. I can wait to be upset. It'll be there when I'm upset. Like that. So, ish, kinda. Yeah, and part of that's just this frame doesn't match. She'll fix that when I do the lines. For right now, it's fine enough. Before we get into that, I kind of have to decide if I want her to have, like, what kind of hair. Because this character really doesn't have hair, so to speak, right now. It's not in terms of a. I decided it was making me irritated. There, that makes me less irritated. For some reason. It's not any better, I don't think. Whatever. Just make it all black, it's fine. you just darken it so nobody else can see or can't focus on it, it's fine. The other thing I was gonna say is maybe we could change this to have like a different kind of hat, like a granny hat, but if we're not keeping the granny glasses, why bother? Also, I like the idea that these hats go, and what the heck is blowing up on the... Okay. Puppy notifications. Anyway, so what kind of haircut would she have? Well, studious, not, but more adventurous. So I'm thinking short, not very long. Whoops. Gosh. I'm also thinking I don't want to do the normal like and done. You know, just like my default sad state that it is. To just do like that. You know? If I do something a little different, it probably isn't going to be much different because how many different ways can I draw for hair? From memory, not much. We can. I think the idea would be that it's maybe it would be kind of funny to have her hat mimic her hair. So, maybe we have all of her hair pulled back, right? And then maybe we have so what if it was kind of tied in like a ponytail? Um, that doesn't really create the most interesting pose for it, does it? What if we... It's still bad. Bun? What about a bun? With a hat? That's kind of stupid too. What else can we do? There's gotta be something else to do with the sketch, right? Do... Probably put the teeth in the... Something like that. That. Could probably put a little less on that. like that. See how that looks on my big monitor? That didn't look too bad. That looks bad. What's that? That looks pretty good. Just kind of like that sigh. Heavy sigh, heavy sigh. Um, you can try. Maybe I want. Maybe it's just this situation. No teeth, just exhaustion coming out. We'll leave it there. That's what I'm landing on, I guess. And what I'm landing on here, I think it's just gonna be, in contrast with their yeah, it's gonna be straighter hair. So it's not the quick whip in, but or the short bob, but it's a little bit shorter cut. Because their type of magic isn't supposed to be like it's more studied, but it's not quite combat, but not something that they want hair hanging all over for. I can't get that line out of it. Yep, so then we have so it just comes in like it's kind of hanging back behind by their head, which this is probably a really generic haircut for a witch probably, but it will be okay. So then we have 12, what is it? Alright, so that's only been 30 minutes. Feels like I've been drawing for longer than that. So, what would be the next step? Could probably just try and put all of this stuff onto the character. And putting some of that into this character. I'm also gonna go ahead Control C. No. Control C, Control V. And then this will load up this one. We'll hide the other one. And we'll just keep working in this one until we get ready for our final sketch. So brush. So how do we how do we fit the high collar into this? Probably not going to, unfortunately. So I'm thinking, whoops, brush. We'll have to just stick with the medium color. It did all that good anatomy and now it goes directly under the coat. I wanted a big sleeve to hide everything in. And we got a big coat tail. To hide everything in. Didn't quite want that way. There we go. So we go. And we got then this way I'd probably start here and blend it in that way. Because I don't want to eliminate that. So I kind of like those lines. I had to find the pose a little bit, I think. You can see what I was talking about once it gets into here. There's just getting to be too much line for me to tell what's going on. So I'll lighten it out. Erase the parts I think I don't need and redraw it if I break it up. That line's fine. This line got mixed in and got too many. Yeah, make sure that lines up right. So let's try and take some off the side. So there's that. Get rid of this. Oh, and that's kind of what the issue was, right? Don't need that brush. So it's so just gonna fill that in black so that it can kind of look like the coat. This is the arm. I'd say about there. Then we're gonna kind of get the larger eraser size. Yep. And then I'm just gonna get rid of these again. Something like that. Do a quick erasure. Something like that. Kinda sucks if I didn't want to fill in that area. What if we did fill it in? Now it works. If. Sort of. Could probably. Like that. Then this would come. Erase. Okay, what if brush? We have her face, we have her hair. The coat. Just walk it all the way back to the point where I started erasing that part. Okay. So this should come in the neck. This should go out. This just has too many lines in it right now. Okay, so this came down, this came through. That's fine, let's keep that. That's on the top layer. Right? So this next part should be the coat. So if this came around, let's say let's just say we don't even see the other side of the coat. Let's just not say we did. That's in the right spot. So let's just walk through it. Let's do a bunch of this. Something like that. And then let's just accept. Let's try just accepting. Let's try just using that. Okay, so if we do that, this is turning messy again. I might have to. Okay, so then we do out. Then it's out. Then we erase this part. And now it doesn't look as bad. What's the one thing I do need to do? Not connect this line. Bring this up and bring it. Oh, like it's gonna connect to something outside. Like it connects to something on the other side of the head. Let's just erase that too. Change it so that I get that I have to draw less. So that comes up here, draws back. Can we do that? Something like that. Around and around. So yeah, let's do that. Made those a little less boring too. Cool. Still preserve most of the character. Most of the things we thought about. And let's go ahead and, so here's a line, right? Don't really want to do that, so let's pick here. Doesn't matter if that's where it would go or not. I don't want to put it. Still kind of a concept sketch, so just gonna do some of that. Um, like this. Just gonna erase some of that. Redraw part of what I erased. Yeah, as I mentioned before, ways I used to learn how to draw is just like watching Jazza videos and watching some uh, Drawfee. What was the other one? Just Drawfee in general. Drawfee, Draw class. I actually found I took a lot more out of just watching somebody finish a piece like the Drawfee speed draws. So those are pretty good. If you just want to learn, if you want to look at some like concept stuff they explain as they're drawing before they start doing their final piece. That one's pretty good. I like that bunch of content. Come on, get it. Hey, there we go. So we got a little bit of there, and then and okay. So um, this hand kind of covers up this area, but since there's not a hand over here, maybe we'll put a pocket here. A lazy pocket, but a pocket. Um, maybe her thing is more that because there's what bunch of zippers on the other one, so maybe she has more like envelope pockets, like they can button down. So it's a bit more like a one you can tie or one you can clasp, stuff like that. Um, Not really liking that much. Maybe no pockets on this, and maybe give her. What would I want to do? Or maybe that's enough. I mean, it's kind of simple. There's not a lot of stuff going on. Uh, Maybe that's okay with this one. Maybe it'll get more complicated once I decide to do something else with it. But for right now, these glasses are kind of cool. The coat idea is pretty neat. Oh, I didn't do the thing. I have no idea where my baselines are. What's this? Yep, there it is. Reason you don't delete anything. I need this line to continue. Why did I need that line? Because that line is my belt line, which honestly isn't going to change anything. Well, it'll pull this in. I suppose it will change a little bit. Okay, so then I would change this one to, so we punch in this way, and then punch in that way. Then we just erase this line. Does that do anything? Kind of ruins this whole line, but maybe. Wait, if I erase more of that one. It's selecting the wrong one, isn't it? What is... Oh, it's because it has an arm thing. Right, let's just back it up. Because I don't actually want that to look that way. How do we... Oh, you know, maybe we just don't give her the belt in this one. We leave that little thing in there just for a guide. Say good enough. So maybe she's just not wearing it with the belt this day. Mostly just because of pose, changing that, but like, I have to move this whole arm in starting 1 hour mark, which isn't great. We're actually 125. We'll start at 30 after. Right. Anyway, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do something, because I want to keep moving with this one. I think that belt's just kind of unnecessarily complicated anyway. We're not gonna be that zoomed in on this area anyway. Let's go ahead and get a bit farther out, zoom out, look at it, get a good overall view. This will look good. So let's go ahead and Control C, Control V, CNV, hide this one. It's just darker blacks. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so if we have the character all set then, I'm probably gonna ink this now, probably. So let's go ahead and get my brush that I want to use for that. It will also be around belt, just cause. Also, I want to try this one again. But then let's also go to layers. Change this opacity down to like that. And then new layer up. Okay, new layer up. There we go. So then we'll just kind of and I'll do the end. I'm gonna leave that blank for right now. Might want to put a dot of color in there or something when I go to actually render. Something like that. It's still holding a lot of that part where I tried to make her tired. That's better. Let's do this quick now. Like that. Let's maybe go with a little bit thicker line. But, nah. Let's type in 18. Let's go into the ear. Go do the ear. We can go move on. Now I kind of want a thicker brush. Start doing the clothing. So looking pretty good. Something like that. I think I'm gonna need a finer pen than that. Alright, go faster. There it goes. Still looks terrible. I like the way it looks. Okay. Now I can't draw a good line. Okay, we're gonna leave that for a minute. It's an hour 30. Maybe I'll just go back and talk about things for a little bit. Let my hand calm down a little bit. As always, remember if you want to watch live, you can watch my art and my dev streams and ask questions on twitch.tv/jib@bfp, or you can watch the recordings over on YouTube at Productions. Everything's archived over there, almost, and then you can check those out at any time. Remember to like and subscribe if any of the content helps you, or you find it interesting to watch. Helps me know what kinds of things to do each day. Whether I should be trying to do more art or trying to do more programming. If it's programming you're looking for, there is more coming. I just kinda gotta wait and see what comes up for not just courses, but that one project I'm gonna start working on. That's a line, and that's the line I'm gonna deal with. But anyway, yeah, because I'm not sure how much of that I can show, and if I can pull that into other things, why I can't draw lines. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea. We'll bring back and finish with the JSON tutorial stuff, and we'll go back to, we'll see where it goes from there. This is either going to happen sometime this week or next week. Definitely be one stream on a Friday at some time. But other than that one stream, I don't know what else the schedule is yet, so it's going to be kind of let me go here for a while while I get the schedule set up for this semester and get all that sort of thing set up and done. And also until I hear back from what parts of the project I can either work on stream or, you know, what have you. Because it's not really any like proprietary code. It's not like I'm working for Lockheed Martin and they have like you can't code security thing. It's like I'm coding a user interface, so it's kind of like I can see where they wouldn't want it because you don't want people to know how you made your code, but at the same time we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can show some of it. I cannot draw today. I guess that's the end of my drawing. I'll come back to this later. Maybe it'll even be done next stream. But the design is pretty much finalized, and that's all done. I need to rest my hands because they're just restless. So from me, the student, and the Switch student, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and follow on Twitch. And with that, I'll wish everybody a bug-free night. See you soon. And we'll get that posted for Friday soon.